So I recently read a book called Billionaires Row by Katherine and Clarke, and I thought it was pretty good. It talks about these super skinny towers that are on the end of Central Park. So if this is Manhattan and this is Central Park, then a block just below the south end of Central Park is Billionaires Row. And this book is basically the story of how those towers went up, got financed, the controversies, etc. From what I can tell in this book, a major reason why Billionaires Row kicked off was really because of one unexpected success. It was the 157 Tower. It was the first billionaire tower to break ground, I think around 2009, so basically at the depth of the financial crisis. And many people thought it was insane to build such a high-end residential structure at the time. But it finished in 2012, and the recovery had started by then, and the building was a smashing success, and it caught everybody by surprise. Nobody thought that anybody would be buying $100 million condos overlooking Central Park, which the top floor in the unit went for, I think a little over $100 million. And so a bunch of other developers rushed in to build similar towers after this one caught so many headlines. The book talks about all of the major towers and the power players in the market. So Gary Barnett, who built the original 157 Tower. Henry Macklowe, I think, was the second developer. He built 432 Park. Steve Roth built 220 Central Park South, which was a massive success. And Michael Stern built Steinway Tower. There's some pretty gnarly stories in there. Like, one is they had to evacuate multiple blocks around this Billionaires Row, around this one tower, because a crane broke loose and it was just swinging in the wind, 80 stories above the ground. 220 Central Park South was probably the biggest success in retrospect, so it was interesting to see the different approach they took versus the flashier towers. For example, they didn't even have a website. They didn't really market the building that much, whereas the other ones were very over the top. This was trying to be a more discreet option for wealthy people. In Michael Stern's towers, that's the Steinway Tower, probably had the largest problems with financing. Then he had some big controversy over trying to use non-union labor. Harry Macklowe's building also had massive financial issues. And when everything was said and done, I don't even think he ended up with a financial stake in the project because he had to give up so much of his ownership to get financing. So anyways, I thought the book was good. If you like business and like real estate, I thought it was pretty readable. It was story-like, but it also had enough business details that it wasn't just some super high-level treatment that you get sometimes in these books. So it wasn't total fluff. It was enough. The author clearly knew the market, knew the business behind it, and it was pretty good.